Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are fine and safe at home. Today once again welcome in AV English channel. I'm Avita Patil. Come back with new interesting topic, that is verb and verb phrase. Dear students, I know you are familiar with verb, but to understand verb phrase we have to revise it little bit. Let's now discuss verb in short. Dear students, have you seen here one furious dog bark after one man? The man gets scared and run from the dog. Dear students, have you seen here few words are written on the color cards? Run, shout, fall, bark, jump. These words shows the action. So, what is verb? A verb is a doing word that shows action. Every sentence has at least one verb. Without a verb, sentence cannot be complete. Okay, then there are two different types of verbs. First one is action verb, and name itself tells the definition. That is what verbs that shows or indicate actions. It is also called main verb. For example, play, sleep, run, laugh, learn, eat, dance, sing, walk, talk, etc. These all words shows the action that indicates the actions. Next, another type of verb is helping verb or auxiliary verbs. Helping verbs are those verbs that help or support the main verb. That means action words in the sentence. And these verbs are also called auxiliary verbs, and they come before the main verb. These verbs are in the form of to be, to do, to have, and modal auxiliary verbs. To be forms of verbs include is, am, are, was, were, is being, am being, are being, was being, were being, been, and being. To do forms of verbs include do, does, did. And to have forms of verb include has, have, and had. These to be, to do, and to have forms of verbs are also called primary auxiliary verbs, which are used in forming tenses, mood, and voice of other verbs. Means that is the action verbs. One more thing I want to tell you here, that to be forms of verbs used in a continuous tense. To do forms of verbs used in a simple tense, and to have forms of verb we use in a perfect tense. And these to be, to do, and to have forms of verbs are also called as a primary auxiliary verbs. And last column is modal auxiliary verbs like will, shall, would, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, and etc. These verbs are used to show a necessity, capability, willingness, or possibilities. Let's now discuss about verb phrase. It is so easy to recognize verb phrase. So let's see what is verb phrase. A verb phrase is a combination of a helping verb and an action verb. Means here group of two verbs frame verb phrase. Means here helping verb and an action verb frame one unit, and that unit is called here verb phrase. To frame or form a verb phrase, we need at least two verbs, that are an action verb and a helping verb, which is also called an auxiliary verb. Sometimes a verb phrase has three verbs. One is action verb and two helping verbs. And to remember the verb phrase definition, you can use this formula also. Helping verb plus action verb equal to verb phrase. Let's now get more clear about verb phrase with the help of few examples. For example, first one is she is playing game since morning. Here is the helping verb and the playing is the action verb, that means main verb. And these both verbs is and playing frame one unit or a group, and this group is called a verb phrase. Second example is my daughter has completed her project. Here has is the helping verb and completed is the action verb. Third example is our old house has been renovated. Here has and been, these are helping verbs and renovated is the action verb. Here in this sentence, if you observe, two helping verbs that are has and been, and renovated is the main verb, that means action verb. Next example, Ted might eat the cake. Here might is the modal auxiliary verb and it is the main verb. One more last example is you must go right now. Here in this sentence, must is the modal auxiliary verb and go is the main verb, that means action verb. Dear friends, let's revise what we learned today. Okay, first we learned about verb in short. Okay, words which indicate action that are called verbs. But sometimes what happens that sentence has no action verb, but it has helping verb. As per that, there are two types of verbs, that are action verbs and a helping verb, also called as auxiliary verb, which we learned in this topic. And at the end, we learned about verb phrase, that is the combination of helping verb and action verb which frame one unit, and we also learn how the verb phrase frame. Dear friends, I hope you enjoy this video. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe my Avi English channel. Thank you.